young, and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful Thursday, and we have an absolute mountain of Genoa City drama to unpack. So grab a huge cup of coffee, and let's just dive right into the madness. So let's talk about Billy Abbott. Honestly, I am so exhausted by this man, but I still care. I really do. I've been watching this guy self-destruct for years and years, and every single time you think he has finally figured it out, he just drives the car straight into a brick wall, and not just a little fender bender, a total fiery crash. A few episodes ago, Billy was bragging to Lily and Kane. He was so smug, so arrogant. He really thought he had this whole Chancellor Industries takeover in the bag because of some ancient unpaid loan from John Abbott to Philip Chancellor. He thought he was untouchable. He thought he was the smartest guy in the room, but we all knew it was going to blow up in his face. We just didn't know exactly how bad it would be. And then it happened, the big confrontation, the moment that is going to change the Abbott family forever. Let's set the scene. Billy walks into Jabbo. He has that classic Billy swagger. You guys know the walk. The chest puffed out, the smirk on his face. He is ready to make his final aggressive move to take over Chancellor. He thinks he is about to become the king of the corporate world. He thinks Jabot and the Abbott name are going to back him up completely. He walks into the executive office, probably expecting Jack to give him a pat on the back, or at least stay out of his way. But what he finds is basically his worst nightmare. Jack is sitting there, and he's not alone. Lily Winters is sitting right across from him, and they aren't just having a friendly chat over coffee. Oh, no. They are doing business, dirty business. Billy walks in and catches Jack, literally, in the middle of signing a non-disclosure agreement with Lily, an NDA, between Jack Abbott and Lily Winters. To fight Billy, let that sink in. Jack is actively making a legal pact with Billy's enemy, and it gets worse, so much worse. Billy stops dead in his tracks. The smirk completely falls off his face. You can actually see the exact second his brain processes what is happening. Jack isn't just staying neutral in this Chancellor War. Jack is handing over internal Jabbo financial records to Lily. He is giving her the exact ammunition she needs to destroy Billy's claim to the company. Jack is arming the enemy, and honestly, I don't blame Jack. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Billy. No. Wait, I'm not. Billy has been acting like a total maniac lately, but seeing your own brother hand over the nuclear codes to the woman you are trying to defeat, that is brutal, absolutely brutal. And Billy just loses it. He completely explodes. I mean, we have seen Billy throw tantrums before, but this was different. This wasn't just a temper tantrum. This was a primal, gut-wrenching scream of betrayal. He starts yelling at Jack about loyalty, as if Billy knows anything about loyalty. But in that moment, he really believes he is the victim. He screams that Jack is backstabbing his own flesh and blood, that Jack is throwing his brother under the bus just to protect another woman, meaning Lily. Let's unpack that for a second. Protecting another woman. Billy is so deeply insecure when it comes to Jack. It always goes back to the women, doesn't it? The history between these two brothers is so messy. Remember when Billy slept with Phyllis while she was married to Jack? Yeah, the writers definitely want us to remember that dynamic. Billy always feels like Jack chooses someone else over him. And now Jack is choosing Lily. Jack is choosing to protect Chancellor Winters and Lily's legacy over Billy's delusional obsession. And Billy just cannot handle it. He is screaming. His face is red. He looks like he is about to have a heart attack right there in the Jabot office. But Jack is ice cold. I have never seen Jack look so detached. Usually, Jack gets emotional when he fights with Billy. Usually, Jack yells back. He cries, he pleads, he begs Billy to be better. Not this time. Jack just looks at him with this absolute freezing contempt. It was chilling. It really was. Jack coldly tells Billy that he is acting like a maniac, a crazy person, and he tells Billy that he is the one destroying their father's legacy, John Abbott's legacy. That is the ultimate low blow, or maybe it's the ultimate truth. You guys know how much John Abbott's ghost haunts that building. Every time someone mentions John Abbott, you know things are serious. Jack tells Billy that John would be ashamed of this aggressive, hostile takeover, that John Abbott believed in fairness and integrity, and Billy is dragging the Abbott name through the mud just to satisfy his own massive ego. Jack isn't doing this to hurt Billy. Well, maybe a little bit, but mostly Jack is doing this to save Jabot from being dragged into Billy's toxic, messy war. And the look on Billy's face when Jack mentions their dad, it was just, wow. You could see something snap inside Billy. The hurt turned into pure, unfiltered hatred. It wasn't just sibling rivalry anymore. This was a permanent fracture. Billy looks right at Jack and vows that he will never, ever forgive him for this. Never. And honestly, I believe him. I really do. This doesn't feel like one of those fights where they make up over a drink at society a month from now. This feels like the end of their brotherhood. So what does this mean for the show? It means we are getting a brutal, scorched earth family war. The Abbotts are completely divided. It's Billy versus Jack, and there is no going back. And Lily is just sitting there watching this whole thing unfold. You have to give Lily some credit. She went to Jack last week demanding to know where he stood. She pushed him to make a choice, and she got exactly what she wanted. She got Jack to turn on Billy. Lily is playing a ruthless game right now, and she is winning. She is protecting her company at all costs. But let's talk about the collateral damage. What about Sally Spectra? Poor Sally. She just found out she's pregnant, maybe, or at least she's dealing with that whole pregnancy scare drama. And just a few episodes ago, she was secretly panicking that Billy's family wouldn't support him in this chancellor takeover. She tried to act supportive, but she knew Billy was walking into a trap. And now her worst fears have come true. Billy has no family support. He is completely isolated. How is Billy going to react when he goes home to Sally? He is going to be a raging hurricane of anger and resentment. And Sally is going to have to deal with the fallout. She wanted stability. She wanted a partner who wasn't constantly blowing up his own life. And now Billy has just declared war on his own brother and the entire Jabot Empire. Sally is going to be dragged right into the middle of this toxic mess, and I just don't know if she can handle it. I really don't. And the craziest part of all of this, Billy has no idea what is coming for him from the outside. He is so focused on Jack's betrayal. He is so blinded by his hatred for his brother right now. He doesn't even realize that Victor Newman and Adam are circling like sharks in the water. Victor is literally plotting a massive smear campaign against Billy for Newman Media. Victor doesn't even have a legal stake in Chancellor anymore, but he is doing it just because he hates Billy, just for the fun of it. So Billy is fighting a war on two fronts, and he only sees one of them. He is going to war with Jack and Lily, completely unaware that Adam and Chelsea are digging up dirt to humiliate him publicly. Chelsea, his ex, she is going to pump him for information and use it against him. Billy is walking into an absolute bloodbath, and he thinks he is the smartest guy in the room. It is a classic Billy Abbott tragedy, and We are all just watching the train wreck happen in slow motion. I just keep thinking about that scene in Jack's office. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. The writers really nailed the dialogue here. The way Billy screamed about loyalty, it just shows how broken he is. He expects unconditional loyalty from Jack, even when he is doing something completely unhinged and destructive. He expects Jack to just blindly follow him into battle. But Jack is a CEO. Jack is a businessman. Jack has to protect the company, and maybe I'm being too hard on Billy. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Billy has always felt like the outcast, the screw-up, the one who can never measure up to Jack in their father's eyes. So when he finally thought he had a win, when he found that secret loan and thought he could take over Chancellor, he wanted Jack to be proud of him. He wanted Jack to say, "Good job, little brother. You finally did something great." And instead, Jack teamed up with Lily to destroy him. That has to hurt. It really has to hurt deep down in his soul. But hurt doesn't excuse his behavior. Billy is a grown man. He needs to take responsibility for his own actions. He can't just go around launching hostile corporate takeovers and then cry when people fight back. Lily has every right to defend Chancellor Winters. She built that company with Devon. She put her blood, sweat, and tears into it. Did Billy really think she was just going to roll over and hand him the keys because of some old piece of paper from John Abbott? Come on, let's be real here. And Jack signing that NDA, that is a massive legal step. That means Jack is legally binding himself to Lily's defense. He is handing over Jabot's internal financial records. That could have massive implications for Jabot, too. What if Billy decides to sue Jabot? What if Billy tries to take Jack down with him? If Billy is really vowing to never forgive Jack, he might try to destroy Jack's position at Jabot. We could be looking at a full-blown civil war for control of the Abbott empire. I am honestly so stressed out just thinking about it. The fans on social media are going to lose their minds over this. Half the fans are going to say Jack is a traitor, and the other half are going to say Billy got exactly what he deserved. It is going to be so polarizing, and I love it. I mean, I'm tired. I'm exhausted by these characters, but this is why we watch soap operas, right? For the drama, for the absolute messy, chaotic family drama. And where does Diane fit into all of this? She has been missing dealing with the whole Dr. Markham trauma. Jack has been so stressed about her. And now he has this massive war with Billy on his plate. Jack is going to be spread so thin, he is going to snap. He is already acting so cold and detached. I worry about Jack's mental health in all of this. He just got over being kidnapped by Victor, and now his own brother is declaring war on him. It never ends for Jack Abbott. It just never ends. Let's talk about the sheer audacity of Billy thinking he could just waltz in and take Chancellor. This is a company with so much history. Catherine Chancellor's legacy, Jill's legacy, and Billy just wants to snatch it up on a technicality. It's so insulting to everyone who actually worked to build that brand. Lily has been holding that fort down, dealing with Devon's recent erratic behavior and his sudden exit to start a nonprofit. Lily is already stressed to the max. She didn't need this, but she is handling it like an absolute boss. And Jack is just tired. You can see it in Peter Bergman's performance, the exhaustion of constantly having to clean up Billy's messes. Jack is trying to run Jabot, trying to deal with Diane's severe trauma from the Patty Williamson doctor, Markham kidnapping nightmare, and trying to keep the Abbott name respectable, and Billy is just a wrecking ball, always a wrecking ball. The coldness Jack showed, that wasn't just anger. That was the death of hope. Jack has finally given up hope that Billy will ever grow up. The tragedy here is that The Abbotts used to be the tightest family in Genoa City. It was always them against the world, them against Victor Newman. But now they are doing Victor's job for him. They're tearing each other apart from the inside. Victor doesn't even have to lift a finger to destroy the Abbotts right now, though we know he's going to anyway with that Newman media smear campaign. Victor is probably sitting at the ranch right now, sipping tequila and laughing his head off at the fact that Jack and Billy are going to war. I honestly don't know how they come back from this. When you look your brother in the eye and vow to never forgive him, when you accuse him of backstabbing you for a woman, when you drag your dead father's legacy into the mud, those are words you can't take back. The glass is broken. It's shattered into a million pieces. And I don't think there's enough glue in all of Genoa City to put the Abbott brothers back together again. I guess we just have to wait and see what Billy's next move is, because he is not going to just walk away. He is going to double down. He always doubles down. He is going to find a way to strike back at Jack and Lily. But with Victor and Adam waiting in the shadows to drop their Newman Media bombshell, Billy might be destroyed before he even gets the chance to fight back. It is going to be a wild ride, you guys. So buckle up, because the Abbott family is about to go down in flames, and we have front row seats to the destruction